The small rituals of our lives connect us to each other. The small rituals of our lives give meaning to the slow ticking of time. The small rituals of our lives tune us into a sacred frequency. The small rituals of our lives are one of the beautiful ways love takes on a tangible shape. My morning can't start without a shower. I really don't like the days that I have to leave my bedroom without cleansing myself of the fog of nighttime. I'm not one of those people who wakes up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I wake up droopy and caked with a film of grime coating my soul. I have to take a shower, more to cleanse my mind and spirit than my body. My wife heads right downstairs, though. She springs out of bed and puts on her adorable little cozy robe, and she jumps out of the bed and bounces right into making the kids lunch or scheduling our family life or sending work emails or whatever she does down there. She just pops right up out of bed and zips into her day while I'm dragging my groggy body and soul to my required rebaptism of a morning cleanse. By the time I make it downstairs, my wife has already accomplished a lot on most days. I do my best to catch up, but she sets a pretty fast pace. Among the many tasks she's already completed is very often a perfectly timed, steaming hot cup of coffee brewed just for me, nearly every morning. A little ritual of love, a little ritual that sends me on my way toward a day full of possibilities. That cup of coffee waiting for me, that I certainly don't expect or demand, is such a sweet little gesture. It's an expression of what our marriage is all about. It's a hot cup of I love you, and I drink it up. There's this little passage in the Bible about the little rituals we can create to live our lives faithfully. Jesus teaches, and if anyone gives even a cup of cold water to one of these little ones who is my disciple, truly I tell you, that person will certainly not lose their reward. That's from Matthew's Gospel, chapter 10. I'll be honest, I have a bad habit of thinking about sacred moments of human connection as these big, dramatic, emotion-packed moments. I think about weeping together. I think about celebrating together. I think about revealing deeply hidden truths or simultaneously coming to a new insight together. Ahas and boo-hoos, the tissue moments and the back of the napkin moments. But me taking that cup of coffee off our one cup brewing machine every morning, looking at my wife and saying, thanks for the coffee, love. That's as holy and sacred as it gets. God is fully and purely there in the space between us. That is communion. That is a daily sacrament of togetherness. That is what Jesus was teaching about in Matthew's Gospel, I think. Pour a cup of coffee or water for people in your life. Make a habit of it. Make a ritual of it. Literally is good, of course. You can give them real coffee, but I really mean to encourage you to find ways to create little rituals of sacred connection and love in your life. Send the weekly text check-in. Brew the morning coffee. Call your family on Sundays. Sit down at the dinner table together when you can. Keep that brunch date with your friends as a regular occurrence, or go to the happy hour with the people who invite you. Wave at your neighbor every morning. These are the small rituals that bring us closer to each other and make us feel closer to God. Here's a short prayer. Loving God, who is with me in my morning cup of coffee and my evening goodnight kisses, I see you, I appreciate you, and I feel your presence. Help me create more ways to share your presence and love with others through little rituals of sacred connection. Connect us through the tiniest gestures and remind us that we are to offer each other simple acts of holiness every day. Amen. Between is about you. Take this message out into your life this week and fill the space between you and every person you encounter with your sacred light. My favorite church is the space between people. Now go with God's love and create the church between.